Morning, everybody. I was gonna actually go out to the creek this morning. I worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. We're pretty socked in here. You can almost see the highway out there if I get this in the right spot. But I don't want to take a chance to run over an Amishman on the way out to the creek I want to go to, because they vote the right way. But anyhow, what I'm going to do instead today is I'm going to set up in here and I'm going to pan out a bag I got from Gold Bay, and I'll bring you back on when I'm ready. Okay, I'm going to bring you back on here. I'm just about set up. And there's a reason we got all this other stuff out here. One of the things I want to show you, and this is directed to Ms. Laurel. This is the coin that I was telling you about, and you can't see it because I've got it in there, got blocking the light. It's a silver dollar, 1921. But look at the face of that thing. Instead of having the Morgan on there, it's got like Isis and Osiris or some stuff like that, some Egyptian stuff. And if you're watching this, I would like to know what you think that is. I think it's a restrike. Might be Masonic, I don't know. But funny thing is, somebody sent that to me from California, and I don't even know who it was. Now there's some other things I got out here. That's the bag I'm gonna do there. Alright, and I got this Sluice Fox Sluice out here because I'm getting close to 100 subscribers, which I never thought would happen. But I'm getting close to 100 subscribers, and when I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to give away that sluice and a bag of pay dirt that I make up. So, just wanted you to know that. Now I'm going to pause you while I set this up and classify this stuff down with the kitchen strainer and that classifier there. And I'll bring you back on, chat with you for a while once I get started. Alright, we're back on here. I'm classifying this stuff here down to 1/8 inch. This is my plus. That's my minus. I'm just going to have to classify it and pan out this bigger stuff as I go along, because I don't have a whole bunch of pans in here and I don't feel like going out and getting them. They got me socked in and can't go to the creek anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and do some panning. So we'll get that stuff good and wet. As far as the giveaway goes, when I reach 100 subscribers, I will be making up a bag of pay dirt from local stuff here. It will be at least a half a gram. Something over a half a gram is what I'm expecting before it's all said and done. And I'll give you an update on that later on when I'm a little bit closer. But I'm going to have to really go through these stones because this bag is chunky. So I'm going to make sure I don't miss any bigger pieces. I hit 89 last night, apparently. I never expected to do it. I mean, like I said, I'm not looking to make money on YouTube. Not crazy about YouTube anyway. I'm also on UGTube, UGETUBE, which is Utah Gun Exchange, and Rumble. But I can't seem to get my videos to upload to Rumble. I'm just started on the UGTube. But if you get over that way, look for me on that too. In the meantime, I'm going to keep on doing what I do. And I am working 11 to 7 this week, so in spite of the fact that it's December, I will probably be out at the creek 1 or 2 more times this week. And after I'm done my 11 to 7s, I'll have 4 days off, so. We'll see how that turns out. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. And yeah, I keep all my cons. And I did a sulfide roast a couple weeks ago. Last week. But I'm going to end up having to run that stuff through a blue bowl because my eyes can't pick that stuff up. I was picking up some when I was trying to start panning it out. But that stuff is fine. It's so fine. And one thing about it, I don't have Cuomo knocking on my door. That's a private joke for somebody, so. Although Tom Wolfe did shut down our indoor dining, and I understand the director of health in Belgium put a ban on threesomes. So you can't have threesomes when you're indoors in Belgium. Just wanted you all to know that. In case you want to go to Belgium and you're inclined to do a thing like that. It's now illegal. This is going to take a while. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to break all this stuff down and then bring it back on. Rather than try to run through this whole thing this way. So, I'm going to get past this, see if there's anything in the bottom here. And so far, which I didn't expect anything just yet, nothing in there. When I get something in the pan to show you, I'll bring these back on. Now, I thought it was worth bringing back on for this because a lot of people don't understand. They see people doing it, but they haven't really done it themselves. When you got a lot of gravels in your pan, whether you're out on the river or wherever, first thing you want to do is make sure they're all good and wet it down so that if any gold's sticking to the pebbles or whatever, they get washed off and end up in the bottom of your pan. Next thing you want to do when you're taking these out, you look at them, and when you're pulling them out of your pan, don't dig your fingers the whole way to the bottom of the pan. Just take the gravels off the top. So, thought I would bring it back on for that. I get rid of these gravels. I'll go ahead and start panning out the smaller stuff. And if I get something out of this, I'll bring you back on for that too. Also, I'll probably include a silver round from my silver stack in that giveaway when I come to it. And with 100 subscribers, I may take the comments instead of doing a random thing on a computer, which I'm not good at. I'll probably just draw the names out of a hat or something. But I'm not seeing anything in this just yet. I got a good cup and a half of gravels out of this. It's from Gold Bay, so if you're into buying bags of pay dirt, this is kind of a thing that you're going to get from Gold Bay. They do guarantee a certain amount of gold, so that's always a good thing. Also wanted to give a shout out to Ms. Laurel. Everybody want to get on YouTube and get on her channel. She's doing 1,000 subscriber giveaway soon. She's working on it. I'm pretty sure she's getting close. So, and I'm going to shout out to Andy and Amy's Arizona Adventures. It's always a good, fun channel to watch. H&H Prospecting from Oregon. And M&M Prospecting. Mike and Melissa sent me a package about a month and a half ago. I guess I won something, or they just thought they should send me something, and they did. And I'm putting together something to send to them for the holiday. So, Mike and Melissa, I'm going to be sending you something in the mail here. And I guess it's going to be Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully it'll get to you before Christmas. But, yeah. And I'm still not seeing anything shiny in these oversized stuff. Like I said, all this stuff will be saved, so let's see what we can get out of this. The other thing is, when you're panning gold, if you're actually getting larger pieces, you know, especially like larger round pieces or whatever, they might settle in your riffles okay, but if you're not careful, they will roll right out of your pan, so, and they will roll down when you try to pan it back, so be aware of that. You might be getting all the small stuff and not getting the bigger stuff. And I think I finally see a piece of gold in here, so a couple pieces, so let's pan this down a little bit and show you. Peel off some of the heavy stuff again. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. We're starting to get some shiny in there. Look at that one. Yeah, nice. Let's set them over here. I'm not big on buying pay dirt, but oh, that's a nice one. That thing there feels like it might be at least a third of a gram. It's heavy. It's starting to get to the heavier stuff. There's another picker, nice shaped picker. I'll show them to you up close there before I pan out the other stuff. There's another one. It's got some nice weight to it. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Let me pan this back. That's what I said. That gold, when it's big chunky gold like this, it'll roll back just like everything else in your pan. So you gotta put your eye on it and make sure you're getting it out. Don't just pan back your gravels and throw it away. There's another piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pickers so far. 7, 8. Yeah, there's a bunch of gold in here. I'll show them to you after I get them out. And then we'll pan out the smaller stuff. Well, that might be a picker, but it's flattened. It won't come out of there. There it is. Yeah, nice flat one. And another one. Okay, I'm going to pan this down. I think I got most of that. Yeah, if you're washing a whole bunch of stuff over your ripples and you get big gold like that in there, it's pretty easy to wash the big gold out. Gravity's going to get us all sooner or later. Okay. I'm satisfied that I got that out of there. Now I'll show you these pickers and we'll start to paint the other stuff. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pickers. And some pretty nice. This one here is roll over. And they're pretty nice. Look like a bird or a dinosaur or something. They're some nice looking pickers. And they make a little bit of noise. That's not so bad so far. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start to paint this other stuff out, and I'm going to pause you until I get something to show you. Okay, we'll bring you back on here. This will be the last pan of this stuff. I'm going to chat with you anyway. When you're doing this stuff, working anything dry, you got to make sure that it's really saturated before you even try to stratify it. Classifying is always a must for this kind of stuff. Get your stuff stratified, pour that mud off the top, the muddy water. Take a look at it. Now this stuff from Gold Bay, it comes with a range of material in it. Almost every bag I've ever seen. From this gravel to very, very fine flour black sand. And a bunch of float sand in between. That seems to be the way they compose their bags. Not for everybody, I can tell you that, but you do get what you paid for. If you order a 3 gram bag or a 1 gram bag or whatever, you get that. Some of the gold is very small. You got to make sure you use your surfactant. A little bit of jet dry. I would use jet dry rather than the soap because the jet dry does work a little bit better. Doesn't create as much suds. But if you have too much jet dry in your water when you go to clean up your gold, the gold can be sticky. It can kind of stick together. So it's a matter of what your preference is. But the main reason I brought you back on is because I want to mention a few other channels. GS Prospecting. This guy is great, man. He's always in the community. He's always checking the people out and leaving comments and helping people. And he's got a giveaway coming up, or just did one. I can't keep track of everybody. You got Top Cat, Patriot Gold Prospecting in Northern California. He's socked in right now with COVID in the household, and he can't get out. I know that's killing him. God bless him. He's doing a contest pretty soon. He's going to make up a little capsule with PVC pipe and hide it somewhere out in the wilderness. Have a contest for people to find it, which is, I think that's great. I mean, I'll watch it. I'm not getting to California to hunt it, but that's pretty cool. Mad Hatter Prospecting and Collecting. Justin Preet's a hell of a nice guy. He's always helping somebody out. Everybody that's in the community knows that. I hate to miss anybody. There's so many good channels out there now. There's a lot of coin collectors, and they kind of dabble in the panning, and there's prospectors that dabble in the coins, and I'm a little bit of that. I'm more a prospector than anything. I like to get outside, but there's a lot of nice people out there, and you got Jess Midwest Gold Prospecting, and he does a lot of metal detecting the coins and prospecting. And you got Ty, who changed his channel's name to IA Gold, Iowa Gold, recently, and he's a good guy too. There's a lot of nice people out there. I'm not all that concerned about growing a channel or anything, but everybody likes to be recognized once in a while. I'm going to pan this down, let you see this black sand, and see if I can think of anybody else to mention. This black sand is so fine. It seems to be a lot of people that are in the business of doing dirt bags or pay dirt bags. Of course, they have the ability to clean their stuff down to like 200 mesh or below. And depending on how you order, they include some of that real fine stuff, which is just a pain to keep or to have or to clean up, and the bigger stuff, and they make a combination of it. And sometimes I think they standardize a little too much, but I'm not into buying bags of gold pay dirt anyway. I don't care if I don't get much out of the creek. If I'm in Pennsylvania or Arizona or wherever I'm at, and I go everywhere when I get a chance. I prefer wild gold. Call it wild gold. Okay. And I got enough surfactant in this bucket by now that I'm not even going to be concerned about what might float at this point. But what I will do here is when I get this cleaned up, I'll dump that snuffer bottle, which already has some gold in it, and show it to you. And there's another larger piece in there. That's nice. I don't know how that got through that strainer. Must have been just small enough. Alright, now, let's see if I can show this to you. Anybody that watches me knows how my damn hand shakes, but look at this fine black sand. I mean, this stuff is powder. This stuff is powder. A little bigger in the grain than flour, but I mean to tell you, that stuff is a pain. And I'm reasonably sure that came out of a cleanup from a blue bowl. Which, I mean, I got a blue bowl and I save all my concentrates, but everybody doesn't. Everybody doesn't have one. And that's kind of irritating. If you're a beginner or you're trying to help somebody else get started doing this kind of thing, and this is what you have to break them in with. So, think about it. It might not be for everybody. The whole thing might not be for everybody, but they might like it if it's not too disagreeable when they first start. We all know the good parts and the bad parts about it. The ones of us that have been doing it. I'm sure there's minus 200 gold in this. I'm hoping that wasn't included in the weight that was guaranteed, but it probably is. I try to break out my blue bowl once a year in the dead of winter to clean up what I've gotten all year long. But blue bowls are tedious. It takes a long time. You gotta tend them. Everybody thinks you can just walk away from a blue bowl. You do not walk away from a blue bowl. The next thing you know, the speed increases. The speed of the operation of the thing increases because of the less resistance in the bowl itself. And you got gold going right over the top of your cone. Then you got to start over. So the blue bowl is not a thing that you can just set and forget. That's just, you got to tend it. But when I do that, I'll make a video of it. Like I said, that sulfide roast I did was last week, the week before. That material is going to have to go through a blue bowl because I could not recover the gold the sulfide roast released. It's too small. I got some of it. I could tell I wasn't getting it all, so I stopped. So that stuff will go through the blue bowl. Still got a half a bucket of Arizona concentrates out there that I haven't touched, except to pan out and get a few specks out of some of it. And I got plenty to do this winter. So, I mean, I'm still going to be getting out there to the creek. I don't care if all I get's little tiny stuff. I'll be going to the creek. Because it's not the same sitting at home as it is being out there, whether or not you get something. But especially when you do get a little something. Also want to mention, now I think of it, Blue-Footed Booby. He's a good guy. I've seen him down there prospecting with JP Lawns and Benzo down in North Carolina, which is they're another good channel. Stu Deasy. All good channels, man. Get on to one thing to do is you go down when you're reading the comments in somebody's video. Look for the people that have that make the comment. See if they have a channel. Just check it out because there are a lot of good channels out there that aren't well known, and a little bit of encouragement goes a long way. So, like I said, I've been at this for 2 years. I started trying to do YouTube about 2 years ago. People asked me to, and I'm getting close to 100 subscribers, and that's okay with me. I'm not looking to make money on YouTube or any of that. I'm not crazy about watching commercials anyway. But like I said, there's a lot of good channels out there. And Hit B, the guys from Vermont or New Hampshire, I believe, Northeast anyway. Those guys go out there and camp, and they seem to have a good time. They camp and they cook and they go out and they prospect along the creeks. And they're fun to watch. They look like they're enjoying themselves. And you know, that's the most important part. But anyway, hell, I might even have 100 subscribers by Christmas. That would be interesting. Right now, I'm going to do let me get some clean water in here. Wow. I'm going to do a snuffer dump. And there was gold in this already. Let me get some clean water in here. And I'll put these pickers in here. Some nice looking pieces. Anyhow, if you go to any of those channels and subscribe that I mentioned, go ahead and tell them I sent you. I get the feeling sometimes that half of the people, let me get some of this water out. Half the people just sub because you sub to them or something. And they're really not all that interested in what you're doing. But if you enjoy watching somebody, give them a shout out. And it don't cost nothing to subscribe. Now there you go. Let me see if I'm looking at this thing right. Okay. This camera. Anyway, that's in my pan today. Okay. And it's not that bad. Well, I sure would like to get that out on the river someday. And I probably will sooner or later. But for now, since I'm all socked in, and Top Cat can't get out of the house either, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, I wish you all a very happy, very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you the next time I see you.